morning, Weaver Whales.
I'm Nina.
I'm Juliana.
And I'm Emmy.
We are the Bobcats.
Hello.
Please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Place your right hand over your heart.
And take off all hats.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy birthday! Oh, so excited. We have so many people who are celebrating a birthday this week. So we want to take a chance to wish each and every one of them a very, very happy birthday. And so, who has a birthday this week? Well, starting off today from Mrs. Sell's class. Very happy birthday to Olivia Pape Gachalian. Happy birthday, kiddo. On the 9th, from Ms. Masamia's class, happy birthday to Johnny Mucharo. And from Mrs. Fisher's class, a very happy birthday to Hunter Shelton. Then also from Miss Arasato's class, happy birthday to Harper Sliwa. On the 10th, from Miss Peel's class, happy birthday to Ashlyn Chow. From Mrs. FF's class on the 10th, happy birthday to Jasmine Fox. And then also on the 10th, from Mrs. So's class, happy birthday to Mia Fox. Then let's see here, from Mrs. Hahn's class, happy birthday to Colin Lightfoot. On the 12th, from Mrs. Nguyen's class, happy birthday to Nobuki Emmy. Also from Mrs. Otani's class on the 12th, a very happy birthday to Parker Lumpkins. On the 13th, from Mrs. Nguyen's class, happy birthday to Miranda Casas. From Mrs. Dubois' class, happy birthday to Evan Ito. From Mrs. Schmidt's class, one of our kinderguppies, happy birthday to Sadie Keith. From Mrs. Holland's class on the 13th, happy birthday to Evan Romo Carr. And then finally, from Mrs. Demos' class on the 14th, a very happy birthday to Maverick Shelton. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible day. You are awesome, and you deserve an absolutely incredible day.
Hello, us cats are back. Today we're going to be announcing what special events are happening this week. On Wednesday, November 10th, we are going to be celebrating at 8:30 the Veterans Day celebration. The Weaver Choir will be there.
We're also going to have a special guest speaker, and the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are coming. There will be over 20 veterans.
Then, on Thursday and Friday, there is no school. There will be a 4-day weekend, and you will get to sleep in. Until next week.
Yay!
So enjoy your weekend.
Bye!
All right, well, I want to thank Nina and Elle and Juliana for helping lead Morning Message today. We're going to finish up a couple of things. As they mentioned, on Wednesday, we are having our Veterans Day Assembly. And on Thursday, we actually have the day off from school, as we do on Friday, in honor of Veterans Day. But I wanted to make sure everybody understood what is Veterans Day. So I have a short clip to let you see what that is. And then, because one of the things that we're focusing on this month is on loyalty, and that part is being a good friend, being able to, that somebody can trust, being able to be there when you need them. I wanted to share a read aloud that goes so nicely with the thought of loyalty, which again, with Veterans Day coming in, it just works so nicely. And it's this book right here, Those Shoes. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you're ready for an amazing short week. It's going to be incredible. So let's go out there and go do great things. Have a great day, everybody.
My name is Rodcast Cal, and today we're going to learn about Veterans Day. Veterans Day is always celebrated on November 11th, and I'll tell you why in just a bit. First, I need to tell you what a veteran is. A veteran is someone who has served in the military, also known as the armed forces. At Veterans Day, it's a day where we honor those who have served in the military. Did you know that the military has 5 parts, also known as branches? The Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Together, they all serve to defend our freedom. Kind of a big deal. Respect. So if you meet a veteran, ask them what branch they served in, and then tell them they're awesome. The reason we celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th is that is the day that World War I ended in 1918 at 11 o'clock on the 11th day in the 11th month. And ARMISTICE was signed to end the war. An armistice is an agreement between two opposing sides that ends a war. Everyone was so glad that the war was over that the next year, in 1919, 100 years ago today, the U.S. declared November 11th as Armistice Day to celebrate the ending of the war. It was called Armistice Day every year until 1954, when President Dwight D. Eisenhower changed it from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, because he wanted to honor all service members, past and present. And that is why we celebrate Veterans Day, to honor all service members who have served our country to defend our freedom. Pretty cool. And that's your lesson on this day in kid history. Broadcast Cal out.
Those Shoes by Marybeth Bolts, illustrated by Noah Z. Jones. I have dreams about those shoes, black high tops, 2 white stripes. Grandma, I want them. There's no room for want around here, just need, Grandma says. And what you need are new boots for winter. Brandon T. comes to school in those shoes. He says he's the fastest runner now, not me. I was always the fastest runner before those shoes came along. Nate comes to school in those shoes. Antonio and I count how many times Nate goes to the bathroom. 7 times in one day, just so he can walk up and down the hall real slow. Next, Alan Jacoby and Terrence each get a pair. Then, one day, in the middle of kickball, one of my shoes comes apart. Looks like you could use a new pair, Jeremy, Mr. Alfrey, the guidance counselor, says. He brings out a box of shoes and other stuff he has for kids who need things. He helps me find the only shoes that are my size. Velcro, like the ones my little cousin Marshall wears. They have an animal on them from a cartoon I don't think any kid ever watched. When I come back to the classroom, Alan Jacoby takes one look at my Mr. Alfrey shoes and laughs, and so do Terrence, Brandon T., and everyone else. The only kid not laughing is Antonio Parker. At home, Grandma says, "How kind of Mr. Alfrey." I nod and turn my back. I'm not going to cry about any dumb shoes. But when I'm writing my spelling words later, every word looks like shoes. And my grip is so tight on my pencil, I think I might bust. On Saturday, Grandma says, "Let's check out those shoes you were wanting so much. I got a little bit of money set aside. Might be enough, you never know." At the store, Grandma turns those shoes over so she can check the price. When she sees it, she sits down heavy. "Maybe they wrote it down wrong," I say. Grandma shakes her head. Then I remember the thrift shops. What if there's a rich kid who outgrew or got 2 pairs for Christmas and had to give one of them away? We ride the bus to the first thrift shop. Black cowboy boots, pink slippers, sandals, high heels, every kind of shoes except the ones I want. We ride the bus to the second thrift shop. Not a pair of those shoes in sight. Around the corner is the third thrift shop. I see something in the window. Black shoes with 2 white stripes. High tops. Perfect shape. $2.50. Those shoes. My heart is pounding hard as I take off my shoes and hitch up my baggy socks. "How exciting," Grandma says. "What size are they?" I shove my foot into the first shoe, curling my toes to get my heel in. "I don't know, but I think they fit." Grandma kneels on the floor and feels for my toes at the end of one of the shoe. "Oh, Jeremy," she says, "I can't spend good money on shoes that don't fit." I pull the other shoe on and try to walk around. They're okay, I say, holding my breath and praying that my toes will fall off right then and there. But my toes don't fall off. I buy them anyway with my own money, and I squeeze them on and limp to the bus stop. At home, a few days later, Grandma puts a new pair of snow boots in my closet and doesn't say a word about my 2 big feet shuffling around in my 2 small shoes. Sometimes shoes stretch, I say. Grandma gives me a hug. I check every day, but those shoes don't stretch. I have to wear my Mr. Alfred's shoe to school instead. One day during math, I glance at Antonio's shoes. One of them is taped up, and his feet look smaller than mine. After school, I head to the park to think. Antonio is there, the only kid who didn't laugh at my Mr. Alfred shoes. We shoot baskets. A loose piece of tape on Antonio's shoe smacks the concrete every time he jumps. I think I'm not going to do it. We leap off the swings. I'm not going to do it. We race from one end of the playground to the other. I'm not going to do it, I say. Do what? Antonio says, breathing hard. Grandma calls me for supper and invites Antonio over too. After supper, he spies my shoes. How come you don't wear them? Antonio asks. I shrug. My hands are sweaty. I can feel him wishing those shoes were his. That night, I'm awake for a long time thinking about Antonio. When morning comes, I try on my shoes one last time. Before I can change my mind, the shoes are in my coat. Snow is beginning to fall as I run across the street to Antonio's apartment. I put the shoes in front of his door, push the doorbell, and run. At school, Antonio is smiling big in his brand new shoes. I feel happy when I look at his face and mad when I look at my Mr. Alfred shoes. But later, when it's time for recess, something happens. Everywhere, there's snow. Leave your shoes in the hall and change into your boots, the teacher announces. Leave your shoes in the hall. It's then I remember what I have in my backpack. New boots. New black boots that no kid has ever worn before. Standing in line to go to recess, Antonio leans forward and says, "Thanks." I smile and give him a nudge. Let's race.